Hi, I'm Nirmal, and today our topic is purchase system and importance of source. In operation management, we discuss about purchase management. In an organizations, all activities are carried out according to the systems and procedures for reducing variations and errors arising out of individuality. So this makes performing the functions simple and less prone to error. Purchase organizations also consist of such systems established for smooth running of purchasing functions in organization. These systems are pre-purchase systems, ordering system, post-purchase system. So what is pre-purchase system? This system lays down how purchase activity is initiated. So various activities controlled by this system are requisitioning. So selection of suppliers and obtaining and evaluation quotations. So requisitions. What is requisitions? Requisitions for an item may be made by anyone in the organizations. Pre-purchase system prescribes separate requisition form for capital equipment as this purchase activity is controlled by separate systems. So requisitions for an item shall be made in standard format. So this format ensures that intending person furnishes all relevant informations like quantity, specifications, etc. and gets the purchase authorized by competent authority in the organizations. So thereby making purchase activity easier and less time consuming. So this system shall identify the hierarchical level competent to authorize the purchase depending on the nature and value of the item in the organizations. Now, traveling requisitions. So in an inventory system where an item is made a stock item to be perpetually maintained at a minimum level. So purchase activity is triggered by store function based on role. The requisition is a permanent document with specification. So authorizations and quantity required permanently marked on it. The traveling requisitions returns to intending department after purchase is initiated. Now inquiries in the organizations. So pre-purchasing system prescribes standard formats for making inquiries in the market for supply of a particular product. So these are standard forms boldly declaring that they are not explicit or implicit purchase orders in the organizations. Now ordering system. Purchase order is the most important element in ordering systems in the organizations. So purchase manager releases the purchases order after selecting the suppliers and finalizing the price and other conditions of sales. So once the purchase order is raised and accepted it becomes a legal document. Now contents of the purchase order are: number 1, purchase order reference number. Number 2, description of materials and specifications. Number 3, quantity required and delivery schedule. Number 4, price and discounts. Number 5, shipping instruction. Number 6, location where the material is to be shipped. Next point, signature of the authorized officer. And last not least, detailed terms and conditions of the materials. So, several numbers of copied made to be forwarded to various recipients. Many companies color code the copies, making the color destination specific. Original and copy is sent to the supplier for acknowledgement of the original order. This acknowledgement is acceptance of terms and conditions of purchase order. So, one copy is sent to the receiving department for making necessary receiving arrangement. One copy is sent to the intending department for information. So, one copy is sent to the finance department for organizational payment to the suppliers. Now we discuss about what is post-purchase system in the organization. This system includes follow-up procedures, receipt and checking invoices of the product. Follow-up procedures. So follow-up is an expensive activity for an organization. Hence, these should be minimized and made more effective. A sound procedure for follow-up is required to eliminate duplication and ineffectiveness. So after conducting FSN analysis, follow-up frequency should be fixed for follow-up according to, as I said, that FSN status, so that follow-up doesn't become wasteful. So follow-up responsibility is assigned to buyers responsible for areas in which suppliers are situated. Now receipt. So receipt system should ensure that defects in receipt are eliminated proactively. A systematic record of all receipts, carrier details and description is maintained. This record is an chronological sequences of arrival of supplies. So the system ensures that inspection of consignment received is arranged in time and payment to the suppliers for accepted consignments is organized in many organizations. A receipt selection handles this activity centrally. So, now we discuss about invoice checking. So, suppliers sends this invoice to customers' finance department for payment for the goods supplied. And supplied invoice checking system ensure that the invoice is checked against the PO terms. So receipt details, quantity received, inspection reports, accepted quantity and rejected quantity, also losses, damage, quality, etc. This system helps materials management to coordinate with finance department for payment to suppliers. Now we discuss about importance of source. The source is the place from where we procure our inputs. So these inputs may be in the form of raw materials also, outsourced components or semi-finished items also. So manufacturing companies outsource large number of items as they slim down processes. So now we discuss about source of market intelligence. So these are considered to be making source an important element in materials management. So first of all, we discuss about source of market intelligence. Source is a window through which the buyer organization looks at the world outside. So source provides access to the real item information about the phenomenon, information about current trends and industrial climate is obtained from the sources. Number 2, crucial for product quality. So buyer organization depends on outsourced components for producing the product which central to the objectives business. So reliance on capabilities of suppliers to meet tough quality standards is very high in current business environment. So now member in the value chain. So supply source is an important element in the value chain. So any cost added to the value chain reaches the end users as price. So hence effectiveness and efficiency of the source become vital sorry to business. Import substitution sorry cost reduction value improvements. So as indigenizations of sub-assemblies, components and spare parts is necessary to reduce the cost of production. So in competition, buyer organizations turn to supply sources that develop these items. So several trials and corrections may be required to finalize the substitutes. In-house capacity is generally not available for these kinds of trials. So a sourceful supplier is very useful in this progress or process. Same logic holds good in other exercise for cost reduction and value improvement. So it is quite logical that entire process is not outsourced, but isolated development activities are invariably done. It is common knowledge that many scale companies do not have full-fledged tool rooms but rely on sources for all tool room activities. So thanks for watching my MBA channels. Thanks a lot.